Hey guys, this is Mrs. Benner. I'm going to try to record this video so maybe it'll be easier for some of you guys to move on and practice some of your own programs as we go. So we've already set up our motors and our sensors and our motor and sensor setup right here. Hopefully yesterday you were able to save all the pseudocode. And now I'm going to review really quickly. Some of you have already done this part, but I'm going to review really quickly what the actual code is going to be. So first you're going to go up here to Control Structures, and under Natural Language you will pull Repeat Forever underneath this first curly brace, and then we're going to write our program right here where it says Body. So we're going to use this natural language, not the one under Control Structures. We're going to use this natural language. If you do not have that, that means you need to go to up here to the file Robot and check your platform type. The natural language PLTW needs to be selected, and then you will see natural language. Oops, I think I just flipped it off. Hold on. Okay, so now we have natural language. So the first thing we want to have happen is we're going to push a button. That is underneath Until. So we have Until Touch. And when we touch the button, we want our left and our right motor to start. So that is under Movement and then Start Motor. Then we want it to run for 5 seconds, which is under Wait. It's the first one. That wait time that you're going to input, it's automatically, why is it doing this? Hold on. It automatically, this time right here, it automatically measures in seconds. And so after we input that code, after it runs for a certain amount of time, we want both motors to stop. Okay, so that's all of our code. Now we're going to go back and fill in wherever it's black. That means we need to input information. So first, Until Touch, whatever you named the sensor port or the touch button. So I put my names in digital 3 and 4. So that means on your VEX Cortex, that's where it needs to be plugged in. I plugged my on switch, which was the little round gray button, into port 3 under digital, and I named it on switch. So right here, I will type on switch. It has to be typed exactly the same way. See how it turns red. That means it understands it. And then start motor. I named in the motor port 1, I named it right motor. And we're going to start it at full speed. Remember I told you that full speed is 127. We also want to start the left motor. So remember, this is whatever you named it. Some of you didn't name it right in left motor. You may have named it your own name or peanut butter and jelly. And then right here, you want to input how many seconds you want it to run. So I want it to run for 5 seconds. You don't have to put seconds. It automatically recognizes seconds. And then I'm going to stop my 2 motors. Oops. Oh my goodness. All right. You need to make sure that for every curly brace, like one that faces forward, you have one that matches it, that faces backward, and also for every comma, the same thing. I mean, not comma, parentheses. And then all of these lines that are your actual code need to have a semicolon at the end. So this is what your code will look like. Okay, here's your pseudocode, here's your actual code. Now you are ready to compile your program. So you will compile it. It will run. If you notice down here, everything is good because there are no error messages. If something isn't right, it will say error, and then it'll tell you what the problem is, and you can go back and change it. Then I will teach you how to do this, but you will plug in your orange cord and you will select Download to Robot, and then your code should work. If you have finished this, make sure you raise your hand and I will come help you download it and we'll check it, and then I have 2 more programs for you to work on. One is that your robot will go backward, and the other one is that your robot will turn. So you can keep this same code, but you will be making changes to these right here, these motor speeds, because when you put a negative in front of one of these numbers, it makes the wheel turn in the opposite direction than it currently turns. So for example, if your motors are on even for this program and there's a problem with your wheels not going in the same direction, you can just make one of these numbers negative and it will flip the direction that it's going in. So that's helpful for a lot of your projects that you'll be doing. Okay, good luck.